This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Welcome back. January 1st marks a major milestone in the history of WBRE TV.
It's the 70th anniversary of when Channel 28 became the first local television station to sign on the air. 2822 Eyewitness News reporter Mark Hiller looks back at the station's 7 decades of local broadcasting.
This is the pioneer television station of Northeastern Pennsylvania, WBRE TV, Channel 28.
The Pioneer Station is a fitting description of WBRE TV for what it accomplished at 11:58 a.m. on January 1st, 1953. It became Northeastern Pennsylvania's first TV station to sign on the air. Television was a grand experiment and a fascinating one.
Everything we did was of interest because it was all there was.
David Baltimore, his father Louis, and Chief Engineer Chuck Sikoski Sr. worked behind the scenes of the Baltimore family-owned TV station, which became a network affiliate of NBC.
The network started out only for a few hours a day originally and expanded hour by hour into the afternoon and then into the morning, and as they did, they left us periods where we had a program and we looked for what we could find.
That need paved the way for original programming in the 1950s, including Roscoe the Clown featuring Frank LaBarre in face paint. He, like most on-air talent then, had professional roots in radio. Local news was also up and running thanks to pioneer newscasters Franklin D. Coslett and Jerry Baum and Tom Bigler. Weatherman Joe Scott became a household name. He also appeared in a show called Magic Carpet. He wasn't alone when it came to versatility.
We might be a camera person, we might possibly be a director, we would certainly produce programs, and then we would announce them or appear on air in the guise of the newscaster.
Evolutionary would become revolutionary in the 1970s with live capabilities from the scene of local news. But before that happened, disaster struck in 1972. WBRE's downtown Wilkes-Barre headquarters were flooded by remnants of Hurricane Agnes. The TV station managed to stay on the air thanks to technology and willpower.
We loaded a color camera in, a few other things that we could salvage, and as we were going up Northampton Street from Franklin, the water was right behind us. We hauled this up to the mountain so that we could stay in the air.
In September 2011, WBRE evacuated its studio yet again, but thanks to a then partnership with Fox 56, managed to stay on the air. The technology has changed through the decades at WBRE, so have the faces, but each has left an indelible mark in their own way. Anchors like Kathy Baczynski and Dawn Timoney, and many others. Candace Kelly has been a constant presence on the nightside anchor desk for the past 14 years.
I'm honored to be even a small little part of it because there have been so many people in this community that have covered very important stories and life-changing events in our area, and people will remember back when it happened how they received that news.
Andy Mahalchik.
But reliable sources also tell me they're looking for clues in at least 3 other cases from the city of Scranton.
And I.
There's a lot of moisture out this way, and if things could work out right toward the weekend.
Hold the honor of being the 2 longest-serving on-air reporters and anchors in WBRE TV history.
To be part of Eyewitness News, to be part of this great tradition. I grew up watching Eyewitness News. The Franklin D. Coslets and Keith Martins and Vic Vedders and all the crew over the years, Vince Sweeney's, Joe Scott's.
This is Eyewitness News with anchor Keith Martin.
Some, like Keith Martin, left a mark on colleagues as much as on their viewers.
He wanted to get it right, and he cared about the community, Mark, and he really took to heart, we're doing a job, we're not robots.
It's just madness here in the locker room.
Jim Miller and Sid Michaels, unbeatable as a sports team and inseparable in our memories, embodied commitment to their craft.
They lived and breathed Eyewitness Sports. It wasn't just about putting on a good show. It was about telling the story of our local athletes, and they really care about local. I think Jim and Sid brought local sports to a next level.
When it comes to iconic weathercasters, it would be tough to top Vince Sweeney and his popular jingle.
Vince said it would be like this. He knows whether it'll hit or miss.
Vince said it would be like this, and I know I talked to our chief meteorologist Josh Odell now. He still hears it on the street. And it's a tradition carried on. Yeah, it was a great slogan, but it was the fact that people turned to Eyewitness News for weather. They still do. I mean, the most accurate forecast. Now we have so much greater tools, and we have scientists running the weather department.
It's been some kind of ride these past 70 years as the next chapter in WBRE history beckons.
The way our business is changing so fast is head spinning. But I'm excited to be a part of what's going to be coming up next and how we grow together as a community and a news station.
Happy 70th anniversary, WBRE, and wishing you many, many more. Mark Hiller, 2822 Eyewitness News.
7 decades in any business, I don't care what you're doing, is a major accomplishment. In this one, it says something.
It certainly is. It's fun to see all the old video too as well. And you know, during its first couple of decades, WBRE would sign off each night with playing the national anthem. A lot of you may remember that.
And now it broadcasts 24/7, of course, and provides more than 5.5 hours of local news programming each weekday. Although it's going to be hard to beat that jingle that they had for weather. That was pretty sharp.
Still ahead, canceling cocktails. This new year, some people are vowing to stay sober during January.